Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at the line of Blue Ox Towbar high-low adapters. So a high-low adapter is going to allow you to maintain the towbar manufacturer's spec for a level towing setup. So a lot of towbars, such as the one we have here, require that the motorhome and the vehicle be within 3 inches of level from one another. So this is due to many things, mainly the towbar's ability to work correctly for the vehicle to track correctly, and so you don't have any binding issues. So it's pretty crucial that the vehicle and the motorhome are within 3 inches of one another. And I would say for the vast majority of towbars, it's pretty uncommon for the vehicle and the motorhome to be within that range without requiring some additional assistance. So sometimes that is happening, but a lot of people like the flat tow Jeeps. They sit really tall, or they have a larger motorhome that sits really low. So there's always going to be a gap between the two, and that's where a high-low adapter comes into play. So simply put, a high-low adapter is going to change your hitch height. You can see one end here installs into the receiver tube on the motorhome. This is designed for a standard 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube opening, which is going to be the vast majority of motorhomes. There might be one or two that have the larger 2.5-inch, and in which case you can still use this. You just need an adapter, but don't worry too much about that. 2 inches by 2 inches is going to be the standard size, and I can almost guarantee it's going to be the one you have. So this part here is a solid shank. This goes into the receiver tube on the motorhome, and then it's going to adapt it to down here to where we have our receiver tube opening for the tow bar. So you can see there, this is a standard 2-inch by 2-inch, so it's going to fit all your tow bars. You're not going to have any issues with that whatsoever. Now, one thing I would like to point out is that this actually does come with one hitch pin that you can use to secure it to the trailer hitch, but you'll need to get another hitch pin to secure your tow bar to the adapter receiver. Most of your tow bars are going to come with your own, but just to make sure you have everything when you get this, that way you don't have to make an extra trip in town. But that's pretty much it here as far as what this does. However, there are a couple different options. So not every tow bar or not every motorhome and vehicle are going to require the same high-low. This is going to vary largely depending on your exact motorhome and your vehicle. So there's actually several different sizes of high-low adapters that they offer. Blue Ox is going to offer a 2-inch high-low adapter, a 4-inch high-low adapter, a 6-inch high-low adapter, which is the one we see here, all the way up from an 8-inch to a 10-inch. So the adjustment range is in increments of 2 inches, all the way down to 2, and all the way up to 10. One thing I would also like to point out is that you can actually flip this. It can be used as either the drop configuration, which is what we have now, or you can turn it around and use it in the rise configuration. It all just depends on your exact setup. So we just told you that there's multiple different options here. So we know that these come in increments of 2, and we know that the acceptable range for most tow bars is 3 inches. But how do we measure in order to determine what we need? So what we're going to do is we're going to have both the motorhome and a vehicle on a nice flat level surface. We're going to measure from the ground to the center of the receiver tube opening on the trailer hitch of the motorhome. And for this particular one here, you're looking at right at 24 inches. So again, from the ground to the center of the trailer hitch on the motorhome. Make note of that measurement. Now we're going to come to our vehicle here. Now keep in mind, you do need to have the base plate kit installed already, so we need to do that if you don't already have that done. But now we're going to measure from the ground to the center of the removable tab there on your base plate. So almost all base plates are going to have removable arms there. If you take those out, you're just going to measure from the ground to the center of that connection point. And on this Jeep here, you're looking at right around 17 inches. So what does that leave us with? Well, that leaves us with a distance of 7 inches between the motorhome and the Jeep. We have a 6-inch high-low adapter installed, so now we're only 1 inch off from level, which is in the tow bar specs manufacturer. So this is a safe setup, and we can continue with this. So a couple things to point out here. Number one, you don't want to use this for towing a trailer. This is designed specifically for flat towing a vehicle. And the reason for that is they don't design these with a very high tongue weight rating, and there's pretty much no tongue weight with a flat tow, whereas there is with a trailer. So make sure you're only using this for flat towing. And number two, it does have a 5,000 pound weight capacity, so we do need to make sure that our vehicle that we're towing does not exceed this.